of blissfullyauthentic.com, and I work with women who feel unhappy with their bodies, dissatisfied with their relationships, who just feel stuck or out of balance, become authentically empowered, raise their energy, and live a life that they love. So in last week's episode of Blissful Living Tips, I talked about how you can prevent and treat cold and flu viruses naturally through the nose. And this week, for part 3 of the series, we're going to be looking at how you can avoid getting sick just by taking care of your guts. So did you know that 80% of the cells that make up the body's immune system are actually found in the lining of your guts? So this means that if you take care to support your gut and your digestive system, you're actually building up your immune system. So unfortunately, many of us are already walking around with damaged digestive systems. So this means that many of us are actually prone to catching this season's cold or flu virus if or when we come in contact with it. So besides eating a clean diet with whole, fresh foods, reducing your sugar intake, and drinking clean, fresh water, one of the most important things that you can do for your health is to take a daily probiotic. In case probiotics are new to you, they are a term for friendly bacteria that we introduce through our body, through the digestive system, and they have a beneficial effect on our overall health and well-being. So when we have an abundance of healthy probiotic bacteria in our guts, it's harder for the bacteria that causes cold or flus to actually take a hold. According to a study with young children who drank probiotics liquids on a daily basis, they had fewer colds, needed fewer antibiotics, and missed fewer days of schools. This is what every mom wants, right, moms? And research has shown that probiotics can benefit those who are already feeling under the weather because they boost our immune system response, which means that when we are sick and we take a probiotic, we're actually going to get over our symptoms a lot sooner. Probiotics are available in supplemental form, and they can also be found in fermented food and beverages. Probiotic supplements are readily available at most health food stores and in some pharmacies. One of the things that you want to look for when you're shopping for quality probiotics are, 1, is there a high culture count? And 2, does it contain multiple strains? I like to look for probiotic supplements that contain more than 5 strains, and I want to make sure that there's several billion bacteria count in there at the time of processing, or packaging, sorry. And it's important that you switch them up from time to time. So just like taking or planting the same crop year after year, which we know is very hard on the soil, that's the same thing when you take the same probiotic day after day, year after year. So it's really a good practice to switch it up from time to time. And don't forget to check to see if your product requires refrigeration or if it's shelf stable. I personally prefer shelf stable products because this way when I'm leaving the house, I can take them with me if I'm gone for several days. Another way that you can get healthy bacteria into your gut is through fermented food and beverages. So kefir, kombucha, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, those are just some of the few fermented foods that you can easily make right in your own home. Making your own probiotic foods and beverages in your own home is very fun and rewarding. If that's not your thing, you can go to a health food store and usually you can find good quality fermented foods and beverages there. Yogurt is another food that contains healthy bacteria, but be wary of processed yogurts. The reason why is that some of these yogurts have only been fermented for a few minutes, and some of them are actually even pasteurized after they've been fermented, which destroys most, if not all, of the beneficial bacteria that's in there. So another issue with store-bought yogurts is that over time, the beneficial bacteria die off, so there's no way of knowing what is actually in that container when it comes time for you to eat it. So with 80% of our immune systems being in our gut, it is important that we keep it friendly. So adding probiotic foods and supplements to our daily routine will help us fight off cold and flu viruses, and it will speed up our healing if we do get hit with a cold and flu this season. So if you have found this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends. And if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. And don't forget to subscribe and visit blissfullyauthentic.com. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Blissful Living Tips. I will see you next week. Bye for now.